Hello Virgo, thank you so much for watching my video. Hope you guys are having a good day. Now I was looking at the reading I did for you guys for the first half of July, and it looks like some of you are working on some things. Some of you are dealing with your interactions from other people. Some of you are dealing with karma and of trying to balance out your energy and your time and the many aspects within your life. And I know right now there's a lot going on with like the planets being in retrograde and everything like that, so it can feel kind of weird, but I hope that everything is going in the right direction for you, and I can't wait to see what this reading shows. I send you guys much love in what you're having to deal with. So let's see what we have. This is for Virgo, July 16th through the 31st. Alright, here we go. Eight of Swords in the upright, Mother of Wands, the Star, Justice in reverse, Mother of Swords in the upright, Two of Wands in the reverse, and underneath you have the High Priestess. Okay. Alright, Virgo. So, some of you guys are in this place of kind of restricting yourself with the Eight of Swords. You're not really wanting to see what's going on, or at least not wanting to see things for what they are. Perhaps there's kind of a difficult decision that needs to be made, and you're not sure what to do, so you're doing nothing. And you know ultimately that's not going to work. You know, you're eventually going to have to face the difficulties, you know, but you can't hang like that forever. So we're going to get clarifiers too on all of these cards. So moving on to the Mother of Wands. This is fire. This is determination. It could also be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius for some of you. And she has drive. She has energy. And her message to you is to be courageous. You know, she could be the energy that you need to start to take that next step in unhinging yourself. And the confidence too. She's got a lot of confidence. That could be something that you guys need. You could be here for a lot of reasons, and a lack of confidence, perhaps fear, you know, difficult feelings, pain, anxiety, all that stuff could be what's keeping you right here. But this is all you guys. You have a choice, okay? Alright, then you guys have the Star. So this could represent an Aquarius, and the Star within itself is a sense of hope after a difficult occurrence or a difficult time period. And you have an ultimate knowing with the Star that everything is going to be okay despite what has happened or despite what is going to happen. And there's a message here for you guys to allow the hope of the Star to give you the energy that you need to free yourself right here, and just to stand up to the difficulties knowing that you can handle them. Alright, then we have the Justice in reverse. This could be a Libra, and this card was in your last reading, but it was in the upright, and it has to do with karma, it has to do with cause and effect, but now we see it in the reverse, and this could refer to a lack of accountability. And I could see that referring to you guys in the way that, you know, the Eight of Swords, it's not that you're not taking accountability, but you're kind of not really doing anything. And there's a time when you're going to have to stand up for what you need and what you want, and you're going to just have to, you know, take things head on. But this lack of accountability could be coming from you, or it could be coming towards you from somebody else. There's also a sense of dishonesty here, and unfairness. Could be a result of karma, you know, possibly coming towards you. And with this card, there's also this message, you know, there's a need to accept what is and to be fair in your viewpoints of others, especially with judging. Okay. So I can't quite tell yet if the unfairness is coming from you or if it's coming towards you, but we shall see. Alright, Mother of Swords. This could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. And she was in your last reading as well. And like I said, this is interesting. It could be a Gemini, it could be a Libra, like the Justice card, or it could be an Aquarius, like the Star. And she represents the ability to have a clear mind, to be independent within her thought, and she's not going to let her emotions cloud her judgment. And with her placement being in the reverse in the last reading, some of you may have experienced a lack of clear vision because your emotions were in the way. And it looks like now some of you have become more clear on what you need to do, but also too, some of you are not quite doing it just yet. And I can see here with the Two of Wands why some of you may not be doing it, because this card also relates back to the Eight of Wands, like I said, as an element of fear, right? Because with this card in the reverse, we have a fear of the unknown, and it's keeping you from planning ahead and not really looking at the long term, okay? Because in the upright, we have direction, and we have things seemingly, you know, rather clear, like you know what you want, you know what you need to do, but that's not really the case when it's in the reverse. So we shall see on this one as well. Okay, underneath then you have the High Priestess, and you know, interesting enough, she's in the place of the subconscious, and she represents the subconscious, and with her comes an awareness in knowing which areas in your life need some reorganizing and need some foresight. And for some, this could indicate some major aspects within your life that are changing or about to change. There's a message here, like she's very in touch with, you know, the divine, with the universe, with her intuition, with God, and, you know, she just sits in stillness and she can pretty much take whatever comes her way. And there's a message here for you to trust yourself and your intuition as she does. You know, because you guys have everything within you that you need, you know, to navigate and to handle any situation. But you got to be careful not to let your emotions or any, you know, mental stress and anxiety get in the way. Okay? And just know that if you're not sure what to do, you can ask for the wisdom. You can ask for help in navigating the situations, and those answers will be provided to you in one way or another. Okay, let's see what clarifiers we have here, starting with the Eight of Swords. We have the Temperance in the upright, Two of Pentacles in the reverse. This guy was in your last reading as well. Some of you are still working on a need for balance. Seven of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. Okay. So with the Temperance card here with the Eight of Swords, this could represent a Sagittarius for some of you. And there's also, again, this nice message of balance. And, you know, if this represents a person for you, they may have something to do with a self-imposed restriction, you know, that you are putting yourself through. There's also a message here in regards to the Eight of Swords for you to self-evaluate and for you to try to balance what is currently out of whack, okay? And it could also be about freeing yourself with a sense of purpose, but you have to be able to recognize what is out of whack before you can fix it. And then you're going to have to just gather up the courage and the confidence to free yourself and take care of business. Okay, Two of Pentacles. So, like I said, this was in your last reading, but it was in the upright. So, you guys were trying to juggle, you know, your time, your money, every aspect of your life in some regard. Maybe not all of them, but, you know, some aspect of them. It's just one big juggling act. It's appropriate balance all around the board. Your energy. And there's a message here with this, you know, don't commit yourself to what you can't or don't intend to follow through with, you know, and that could go for a person or it could go for a situation. And again, it, you know, it speaks balance, just like the Temperance. Okay. So now we're at the Star. Nine of Cups in the reverse on top of the Star. So the overall idea of the Nine of Cups, you know, this guy in the upright is pretty satisfied with how things are going. And he's really enjoying the fruits of his labor. He's starting to see something big come into fruition. But in the reverse, that's not the case. So for those of you that may have any unrealistic expectation, you know, it's represented with this card. And that unrealistic expectation can actually be holding you back from feeling the sense of peace within the Star. And, you know, like I said, it's dissatisfaction. So some of you may be posing a lot of attention on being dissatisfied within particular circumstances that you may be experiencing right now. And ultimately, that could, for some of you, cause a disregard for the concern of others. Selfishness, kind of. But overall, if you reevaluate, like I said before, reevaluate your focus here, you know, and ask yourself, are you just trying to have what you want, no matter how you get it? But a good thing to do here would be just practice some gratitude. And greed and materialism may not have anything to do with it for some of you, but some of you are focusing on the material things as kind of a comfort blanket to what's really going on. And then some of you are just overall ultimately dissatisfied, just not wanting to deal with it at all. Okay? Alright, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse on top of the Justice card in reverse. So this could refer to a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And, you know, in the upright we see this nice balance of home and of work life, right? You know, she could be a mom that works really hard at work. She's a provider. You know, she can be financially independent. But in the reverse, there's a little bit of imbalance within the work and the home. And she's someone that could be taking too much responsibility for others and, you know, trying to do everything, but not really letting others take responsibility for themselves. So some of you, you know, you may have a strong drive for your own financial independence, but in this regard, it could be creating, yet again, another imbalance. And, you know, what's important here is that you don't forget to take time for yourself and to delegate some responsibility where you can and where it's appropriate. Okay? Alright. Six of Swords on top of the Mother of Swords. So with the Six of Swords, we see this uncomfortable, you know, kind of bittersweet sacrifice. Kind of, you know, they're moving on from something. They're in transition. And, you know, this card is all about doing what needs to be done. And what needs to be done for some of you is to move on from someone or from something. And with the clear mind of the Queen of Swords, you know, that puts you in better shape overall to start and to follow through with this transition that some of you are facing. You hear the birds? Okay. I'm outside. I got distracted. Sorry. So yeah, so this is all about transition. And, you know, maybe, you know, because this can be uncomfortable. And maybe this is why some of you guys are holding yourself up, like the Eight of Swords, you know, and not moving, you know, or trying to see what's going on or what needs to be done, because it could be painful. And like I said, it's like a bittersweet sacrifice, having to let go and move on. There's a lot that could surround the why, you know, why is this happening? And that's something only you guys will know. Alright, and then we have the Knight of Cups in the upright on top of the Two of Wands. So with the Knight of Cups, that could be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. And, you know, ideally he's kind of a romantic type of dreamy type person, and he really follows his heart. But there's also a message here for him to have balance, right? Don't get caught up in the fantasy, and don't get caught up in, you know, it's good to dream. It's very good to dream. It's good to have dreams and good to have goals, but make sure you're actually putting those into, you know, making a plan, and you're not getting too caught up in your ideas that you're neglecting your daily commitments, right? So have a goal, have a dream, and just figure out how to accomplish it. And again, it's having a nice balance between what you want to do and what you actually need to do and what you're going to do. Okay? And again, we see more balance. There's balance all across the board here. Okay, guys, then you have the Seven of Wands in the reverse on top of the High Priestess. And this guy, you know, in the upright, he is ready to take on a challenge. He's ready, you know, he's standing up there, he's ready to fight them all off. But in the reverse, that's not so much the case. And just like with the Justice card, you know, this card can represent feeling overly or unfairly judged by others, and it could be potentially causing you to feel overwhelmed or even aggressive, like, just leave me alone, you know, like all this outside noise from other people could be becoming a real challenge for you. And then again too, some of you guys may not really be up for that challenge, you know, and you may be giving in to avoid difficult interactions, you know. And like I said, in the upright, you would be fully utilizing the energy of the High Priestess, and you would be standing up for what you believe in. So some of you guys may want to ask yourself, you know, have you forgotten or have you lost sight of what it is that you truly believe in? And is this why you don't want to make that move? You know, you guys already know what you need to do because it's within you. The answers are within you. You just have to seek them and they'll come to you. You know, you might need to sort through the emotions and the stress to gain some clarity and to listen to that inner voice, because that's what the High Priestess is all about. She's about listening to that inner voice. Okay, Virgo, I wish you guys the very best for the rest of the month, and thank you again so much for watching. Much love and many blessings to all of you guys. I'll see you next time. I am the Empathic Taurian. Peace.